Hello everybody, Jester here and welcome back to another Elder Scrolls Online tutorial. Now, today we are going to be focusing on another weapon. This one is going to be the bow. This is going to be an archery tutorial, and today I'm going to teach you pretty much some of the basics of archery, the skill line, and the best ways to level up your archery. So, first of all, as usual, let's get started with the skill line. So, here is the archery skill line. As you can see, I'm only level 32 because I actually only started using the bow somewhere around about my late level 40s or something like that. So I haven't really had that much time to level it up. But here we go. As you can see, you've got sort of like your more active abilities which go on your hotbar, then you've got your passive abilities which make your critical higher, your attack damage higher, all of that sort of stuff. But we're going to go through each of these here, active abilities and then the passive abilities, and I'll show you the ones that I've got in action. So first of all, we've got Venom Arrow. This deals 159 poison damage to the target. Casting targets are interrupted, put off balance and stunned for 3 seconds. The target takes an additional 180 poison damage over 10 seconds, which is very useful. So that's 18 damage per second, which isn't that bad when you're starting out. Next is Volley. Repeatedly fire arrows at target location for 3 seconds, dealing 34 physical damage every 5.5 seconds to enemies in area of effect. So if you're battling archers in the game, you will notice that sometimes you'll see the area of effect thing, which is a circular area away from the archer, and they'll sort of fire into the air and a volley will come down. That is what that is. You will see it in just a little bit. Next is Scatter Shot, which deals 169 physical damage to the target, knocks them back for 6 meters and disorients them for 5 seconds. So that is really useful. If you know you've got like a warrior coming at you, use that. It will just blast them back quite a bit, which will give you more time to fire at them with either your venom arrow or something else. Next is Arrow Spray, which is also a very useful one. This deals 174 physical damage to enemies and snares them for 40% for 5 seconds. So that slows them down by 40%, which obviously is really useful. So you can just keep on backing up while that's active, which means that you've got more time to hit them. And finally, we have got Snipe, which only deals 410 physical damage to the target with no other effects, but 410 damage, that is pretty good, I think. So next is the passive abilities. These ones obviously do not have to be activated. You've got Long Shots, which bestows up to 6% bonus damage versus distant enemies. Accuracy, which increases weapon critical by 3%. Ranger, which reduces stamina cost of bow abilities by 20%. Hawkeye, which increases the damage of your bow attacks by 8% when striking off-balance enemies. And Hasty Retreat, which increases move speed for 2 seconds after activating a roll dodge. So those are the activities, or the abilities, not activities. Those are the abilities, and I will now show you them in action against a few unfortunate shocks. Okay, so here we are. We've got a field full of shocks, and the first thing you want to know is that you do not need arrows for these bows. These bows come with an unlimited amount of arrows, unlike previous games, so that is really useful. And with the amount of arrows that you're actually likely to use in this game, that is obviously a good thing. And another thing is that you don't really need to be good at aiming, because when you say if I fire right there, the arrow would automatically go to the shock. So obviously sneak attacks will actually stun your enemy when you hit them, so I'll hit them here. Obviously you cannot see it here because I am ridiculously over leveled for this area, but sneak attacks with the bow will stun your opponents for a little bit, which will give you more time obviously to attack them with more attacks. So now that I think about it, this is probably not the best area to do this part of the tutorial. I'm going to move to East March. That was a scatter shot. I'll show you in action in a bit. And I will go to East March and I will show you all of the abilities right there. Okay, so here we are in East March, and first of all I'm going to show you the stunning sneak attack. Maybe not there, actually I hate mages, those of you who don't know. So we'll do it with this guy, so we'll go there. Okay, that did not work, but here is the poison arrow. As you can see, he was casting, so it stunned him, and it's now poisoning him. So next is the scatter shot. No, that's the what was that? I don't know what that was called. I'll just check. Yeah, that was the scatter shot. Obviously that sent him backwards, so we'll do it on this last as well. Sent it backwards. Then we'll go ahead and do scatter shot. No, that wasn't the scatter shot, was it? I do not know what I'm doing. That was the arrow spray. So I'm getting these two mixed up. Anyway, okay, I'll go ahead and show you them one after the other. If I can find another sort of lonely guy or girl here. Should be a few. Not yet. These two will do. So, first of all, here is the poison arrow. Do that to both of them. Here is the scatter shot. Both of them. Here is the arrow spray. He snared me as well. Just go ahead and finish off these guys. Come on, get away from me. There you go. And last but not least, I'm going to show you the volley, which, as you can see, you've got the area that you're going to hit outlined by yellow. You do this, as you can see, you get all of the guys there. Now I'm just going to use my great sword because it'll be quicker to connect. Then our witch. So those are the bow abilities. So obviously you're thinking, Jester, how do I get a bow? Well, obviously if you use a sword and shield and you also want to use a bow, you will have a head. You'll probably have a heads up because a lot of people who use shields mostly want to make their own shields. So you can make these via woodworking. Obviously you've got all the different styles and materials or the woods, and but I'm not going to show you how to make them because that will be covered in a later tutorial episode. But you can also, they're actually pretty common in guild stores. I got this one from our guild store. Did I? I think I did. Yeah, I got this one from our guild store. They're usually actually pretty cheap. You can usually buy them for about 500 gold, a really good one for 500 gold. So they're pretty good, pretty cheap. And it is obviously a good ranged weapon. Well, the best ranged weapon, but it's the only ranged weapon. So, yes, that was the tutorial for the bow. I will just grab this. That was the bow tutorial. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have and you found it useful, be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you're not already. Share this video with your friends to expand the circus. I will see you all in the next video. This is Jester, signing off.